Hello and welcome to another video in the Genesis Edge product line video series. My name is Charles Johnson, lead trainer and technical engineer at Lynxspring. And today we're going to be talking about how to set up and integrate an XM34 IOB. So I'm going to go ahead and integrate this into the Edge 534 that I've been using the whole time during this video series. And the XM34 IOB is a 34 IO point count device that can be set up as a BACnet device. So the first thing that we're going to do is make sure that we have it powered up, have our and align resistors in that I have, and I have it connected to one of my COM ports on my Edge 534. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I have a USB cable here that is a micro USB, not a mini, but a micro. And I'm going to plug it into the front of the Onyxx XM34IO. Now, this should allow me to have a virtual COM port open up. So we're going to go ahead and we'll see if we get this going here. Let's see, it says it's not recognized. Let's go ahead and give that another shot here. I did have a power outage earlier. Let's see if it'll go ahead and recognize it now. In order to do that, let's go ahead and look up our device manager. And now let's see if we have a COM port here. And here we do see we have it, and COM8 it shows up as. So we're going to be using that to connect to set up this controller. We're going to use PuTTY here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up PuTTY at the same time. And again, I'm just verifying that we have COM8. So we're going to go into serial shell mode, and we're going to type in COM8, and we're going to do 11.5.200. And we're going to go ahead and hit open. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter here. So now let's see the current settings that we have here. I'm going to go ahead and hit 1. And currently right now it is set up as 76.8. The device ID is 2, and the MAC address, the device ID is 1000 and the MAC address is 2. So it's going to be 1002. But what I'm going to do now is I would like to set the baud rate. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 2. And I'm going to select 38.4, which is going to be number 3, and hit enter. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit enter again. Now the MAC address, I'm going to go ahead and hit address 6 here. And the reason why is 0 through 4, I don't necessarily recommend personally as MAC addresses to BACnet devices. Reason being is that there may be other BACnet devices such as routers and other tools that may take 0 to 4. So really kind of good common practice would be to start with 5, but I'm just going to do 6 here and hit enter. And now I'm going to set the device ID. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 4 and hit enter. And I'm going to do this now as 1006 and hit enter. So now that I've hit those 3, let's go ahead and hit 1 and let's see what we have. So now we have the baud rate at 38,400, the device ID as 1006, and the MAC address is 6. So now that we have all that here, let's go ahead and hit, we're going to go ahead and just close out of this session. Am I sure I want to close it? I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to close the device manager. I actually have this set up here currently on my server. And now I'm going to go back to my laptop. So I'm going to pause the video and return there. And welcome back. I've returned. So now I'm going to go ahead and connect to my air handler controller that we've been doing, the AHU101. I'm going to go ahead and just log in here. So now let's go ahead and go to our config space We're going to expand our drivers. We're going to expand the BACnet network. And we're going to go ahead and go to our network. We already have COM1 set up at 38.4, network number 100. So let's go ahead now and double click on our BACnet network. We have a couple devices that we've set up here already, but now let's go ahead and hit discover on port 100. And I'm going to do a 60-second wait time just to give it enough time to see if it can actually discover. So now going to the job, we can see now that we have device 1006. I could have done it for a much shorter time, but keeping this here just to make sure that it could see it, just in case it needed a moment to pick up. But it picked it up pretty quickly, so I appreciate the patience. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just bring this in. And I can give this a name of whatever I want, but I'm just going to keep the name as is right now and keep all other properties the same. And now I'm going to go ahead and expand my Onyxx XMB device and double click points here. And this is going to bring up the BACnet point manager. And I'm just going to hit discover first. Because let's see what kind of points we actually have or what kind of objects this has. Now, not only can this XM device be put on a 534, this also can be put on other Niagara devices, including the JENEsys 8000. I've not tested this on my 9000 yet, but I'm pretty sure it would still work there too. Okay. So what we can see here now is we have our AOs and our BOs here. Now we have our analog inputs. We have 82 objects, but the analog inputs show current, voltage, resistive, and binary. So the point is, the reason why there are so many objects is that we can't actually change the type like we can in a regular XM34 IO. That's just something that's not possible. So we have to select which ones we want. So I could say that our current, let's say UI1, so this would be UI16. Here we go, resistive. So let's go ahead and just bring this in here and just add one just to show you here. Numeric point, so now we can actually bring this as temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. And the conversion should be a thermistor type 3. We're just going to name this SA temp underscore SNSR. Go ahead and hit OK. And so now we can see that we actually have our point here. But that's pretty much it. We would just drag and drop whatever other points that we need to create our air handler or other device that we have. I was going to do a chiller here. I think I actually did do a chiller. I did. Actually, that's just through BACnet. I think, did I do a chill water plant here? I have not done the chill water plant. But I had this here in case we needed to build a chill water plant using the Onyxx network. And that's all I have for you in this video today. I hope you learned something. Have a great day.